actually never heard before. And well, this today is the final thing. You're doing the last interviews, working the last red carpet for the Twilight Saga. So is that a sad feeling, or are you also kind of happy because you can move on?
No, it's definitely very strange. I mean, I've spent my entire 20s so far has been this. So I don't know, it's strange because I think 26 as well, you kind of, that's the turning point where you suddenly kind of feel like an adult. I felt like a kid up until this point anyway, so for this to end now is it's kind of perfect, I think.
And what about the future? What are you looking forward to? Or is it also, I mean, Edward Cullen will probably always be the role of your life. It's going to be always, you know, a very big part. Are you a little bit afraid that it might be what you have to measure out for the rest of your life?
Not really. I mean, it's just, as long as you're getting employed, like I really like making movies and other things as well. But I mean, the only problem with getting, you know, if people see this as your biggest role, is if they can't see you in other movies, and I don't know if that's going to happen or not. If that happens, I'll probably be really sad. But like, hopefully it won't, and it's kind of down to me as well. So yeah, hopefully people will like the stuff I'm doing over the next year.
And I mean, for normal people, it's hard to picture this, but how has this changed you, this whole shooting to fame experience? I think I've read in an interview you said the first 2 years were really hard because, you know, first you could walk the streets and then all of a sudden your whole life was upside down. So how was that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something you have to get used to, and I'm kind of I don't know, I've been quite a loner my whole life up until then, and to suddenly, you know, you're walking down the street and everyone's coming up and wanting to talk to you and stuff, and I have nothing to say. Like, I mean, 90% of the time, and so, you know, you kind of have to build your confidence up a little bit, which is a good thing in some ways.
And in the movie you play a dad, so of course the question is, could you picture that in your private life at some point?
Yeah, I mean, I hope. Like, I mean, but I don't think it really affected me playing it in a movie. I mean, but yeah, I definitely want to have kids. I want an heir.
And you guys haven't seen each other for a long time now. You've seen each other again for the whole press tour. So how is that? I mean, you used to be on set for 5 years, not constantly. But, you know, you've become very close, and now you're seeing each other again. Are you throwing a big party each night, or how is that working out?
We have to leave the country. It's so crazy on this tour. I mean, in LA for the final premiere, that's the first time I've seen a lot of the people in the cast in like over a year, and we had to leave that night to go to London to do another premiere. So yeah, I barely see anybody ever, and we haven't got a party organized. It's crazy. So I don't know, maybe when I get back to America, I'll figure something out.
Well, thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.